Well, thank you for joining me today. Today, we're just going to be talking a little bit about weight loss, exercise, dieting, how things are going for me personally, and how maybe I can help you with some of the things that I'm finding out and doing in my everyday transformation. So for me, I believe we are at 6 weeks of this exercise journey that I've been on. And I have to tell you, this has been going really, really well. I feel so much stronger. Where I really notice it is in my legs. I've been doing kind of a mix between legs and arms and balance and different types of things, stretching and cardio. And so at my grandson's soccer fields, I go to his practices and his games, and they have like steps that go up like 3 flights of stairs all in one. They're just these concrete steps. They seem really dangerous to me. But anyway, when I first started last year, I would take a step and then I'd have to stop. Take a step, stop. It's not like that now. Now I can go step, 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 step. I don't know. I am just shocked because I thought this was all about arthritis and my knee and all kinds of things. And I realized I think a lot of this was muscle tone. I think I've had zero muscles. So since I've started doing these exercises, it's like, I don't know, I can do stairs better. I can lift my canning jar from the sink to the stove easier. It's like, wow, maybe some of this was not arthritis. Maybe it was just deteriorating muscles. I don't know, but I am on a journey of discovery. And what I'm discovering is that I've been in terrible shape, not just like physically the way I looked, but strength-wise. And as some of you who follow me know, I took a very bad fall about a month ago, a little over a month ago, hit my head really bad, got a concussion, cut my arm up, and I actually hurt my right shoulder. I've been started physical therapy for my right shoulder, still doing exercises, but from what the doctor and the therapist said, it could take up to 6 months for your joints after you've had a fall like that to get back to normal. So just what I needed, but I'm still working hard. I'm doing my arms. I'm working with a trainer who specializes in rehab. And, even that, I can tell it's getting better. So the second thing is, I think this whole diet, I have been on Trim Healthy Mama now for 14 months. I've lost 67 pounds. But I've also really started to watch, even on Trim Healthy Mama, trying to cut down more on fats and trying to eat a little bit more protein. I'm not overdoing it. I don't want to be eating a ton of protein every day, but I am trying to eat more protein. And I think it's been going well. I think that I'm really seeing some good results. I had just recently lost another 2 pounds. I had went a whole month between one time of going and having my full body scan done. I waited a month. I had it done again. No change whatsoever. I didn't lose an ounce. I didn't lose any body fat. Everything was like the same. I'm like, how could that be? And then all of a sudden the next week I dropped 2 pounds. So I don't know. I can't figure out the way weight loss works exactly, but I do think that it's important that we watch what we eat, that we continually keep an eye on the sugar, the flour, all that kind of stuff. So I recently got a question from one of my subscribers, which was a really good question. So I wanted to share it with you. She said that she had recently lost 30 pounds on, I believe it was Trim Healthy Mama. And now she's kind of starting to gain a little bit of it back. And she asked me, what can I do to keep from gaining this weight back that I lost? So I answered her in kind of a, as best I could, kind of thinking about it. but I've given it a lot more thought because I think this is a problem that 99% of us have. I think we lose the weight and we're on kind of this diet mode, and then we kind of go back to our old way of eating. So I think there's a couple of things that we can do that are really, really important in maintaining our weight loss. So I think the first thing is to take the whole diet mentality out. Now, yes, if you're on a weight loss program and your goal is to lose weight, definitely you have to be in somewhat of a calorie deficit, exercise increase, however you want to put it. But I think even after you hit your goal and you lose your weight, I think the people who have the best success at maintaining their weight from there on forward is not thinking of it as, okay, I'm off my diet, now I can do this and that and go back, add a little of this. I think you really have to think this is a long-term change that I want to make for my health. And what are the things that put me here to begin with? Most likely it was sugar, it was flour, it, it was overeating meals. And I think if you really look at that realistically, you say, okay, what are the changes that I can make and sustain this long term? And I think that's what you have to do. I think individually, we're all going to have things that are different. My husband is a salty person. He likes the potato chips and the fried this and that. I can pass on all that. I like the sugar. I'm a sugar person. And so for me, I know already sugar is my enemy. And I have felt a lot better. I'll be honest. This last year, I've probably felt better than I felt in 10 years. And I don't think it's just having my weight down. I think that's part of it. But I think the bigger part of it is that I'm not doing the sugar highs and lows anymore. I'm not having things that are making me feel bloated and tired and exhausted and stimulating more hunger. I'm eating more healthy, more clean. And I think overall it's making me feel better. And for me, I just want to continue this here on out. I don't want to go back to that, terrible feeling of feeling bloated and headachy and tired and exhausted. I don't want to go back there. So I know up front, I am going to have to maintain lots of different changes in my eating habits like I've done over the last year. And that means curbing my sugar addictions, cutting back on portions, eating when I'm not hungry, things like that. I'm going to have to just figure out how to incorporate all those things into the new me, which I'm not there. So we're talking a year from now, we're going to have to incorporate those. The second thing that I think is super important, no matter where you are in life, is some type of exercise. And I think the exercise is good for a lot of things, but I think mainly not just our bodies, but our minds. I think exercise is just really, really good for us. And I haven't done a great job of exercising. I mean, I do every summer because I like to swim, but then from fall to spring, I'm not really doing a whole lot in the way of exercise. So I've decided that this is just something that I need to continue doing from here on out. Exercise has to be a part of my daily routine in one way or another. And so between those two things, I think those are going to be the things that are going to help us maintain our weight. If you have other suggestions, if you'd like to share them in the comments for the viewers and subscribers that are watching this, I know it would be greatly appreciated. I always take into account anything people share with me. I think about it, I try it. If it works, great. If it doesn't, it might work for someone else too. So anyway, that is how things have been going for me. I'm still right on track. I am so motivated to get to a healthy weight. Of course, I'm much healthier than I was at this time last year. I'm so excited to be doing this transformation journey with you, for you. however it works. I hope you're doing it with me, unless you've already transformed. I mean, it's just all a lot of fun. So thanks for watching me today. I hope that your journey is going the way you want it to, and whatever it is, whatever your endeavors are that you're doing. And I hope this is inspiring you if it's not. So thanks for watching today. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. Give me a like, a thumbs up, or ring that bell for future notifications, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.